Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Shots good by Lyons.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Adams in the corner. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Adams has got his first bucket in this one. Pass to Blatch. Dishes it to Hood. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Utah. Solid start to the season so far, sitting in 6th place. And, of course, the Memphis Grizzlies, 3 games behind.
And when you look at Memphis, they've staggered along here early in the season. They're going to be in for a long year if they don't make some real quick progress.
Well, good news, bad news here. I mean, the good news is they have time to make up the ground they've already lost. The bad news is they don't have enough talent to do it.
Here's the natural. Moves back up, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
For Memphis, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, the head coach for the Jazz gave me a few moments to catch up with him. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup, their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Terrific, Doris. Thanks, guys. What's your take on that?
You know, I think it's probably the way to go. The defensive approach suits their style and their personnel. So I think you go with it.
Yeah, and you stay true to your identity, and theirs is clearly at the defensive end.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Green, the screen. Here's the natural. Adams outside. 5 to shoot. Bangs home the trifecta. Adams has got 5.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Green, the screen. Here's Hood. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Hood's got his second bucket.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so...
And Derek Favors, known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving as a player throughout the year.
Desires there, and sounds like the commitment that he's showing is to how far, Greg, you think he can go?
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact that he has the talent that can be built upon and improved. One big factor will be
both teams making substitutions here. Jazz trail by 7. Taking a look at the Jazz. Exum and Hood are the young guard tandem. Isles out there clutch. And it's Atkins in at the 3, the small forward. The natural to pass to Wright. On the wing, Johnson. Latch covering. Johnson attacking. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Here's Atkins. The Jazz again can't hit it. Looking at Memphis, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Spurs in San Antonio. 50 seconds left to play in the first half. Johnson kicks to right.
Turnovers keep coming. They're piling up. It's been a very sloppy start to the game for them, but you know what? They're still in control, in the driver's seat right now.
They are, but they should be up by more. If they could just keep a handle on the ball.
Passes it to Hood. Over to the wing. Pass to Edmonds. Here's Lyles. He's guarded by Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
And so we wrap up the first half. Memphis out in front. They lead. Now the second half about to start up. Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Right, he's checked in for Gasol. Jermichael Green comes in for Zach Randolph. Johnson, he's checked in for Jeff Green. And it's the natural in for Tony Allen. The natural, he's in at shooting guard. Brandon Wright is out there with Green. Then it's Conley, and it's Johnson in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Outside Conley. Green, the screen.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Outside Conley. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Johnson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Johnson's got his first 2 points of the night. Jazz trail by 13. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs was not his usual self. He dropped in a handful of points, and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. He never seemed to find his rhythm and ended with an abysmal shooting percentage. We'll see if he can bounce back here.
You're bringing it, Doris. Thank you so much. Thanks for that report. And I know, guys, he was pretty disappointed in that performance.
You know, would have been a lot easier for him to digest if they had somehow managed to win the game. But the disappointment really hits home when you struggle like he did, and that leads directly to a loss.
There's no doubting that. I mean, he's never going to shy away from the responsibility that comes with being a leader.
And the Grizzlies leading by 9. There's 49 seconds left here in the third quarter. Outside Conley. Green, the screen. Conley dishes to Green. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
First trip to the line for him here.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Derek Favors checked in for Utah. Both free throws good from Green. Jazz trail by 11. The Grizzlies with some changes. Jordan Adams comes in for Tony Allen. And it's the natural in for Mike Conley. Taking a look at the Jazz. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. Exum and Hood are the young guard tandem. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. We've got 33 seconds left in the game. Kicks to Johnson. Got a piece of it. And Green now, top of the key. The natural to pass to Johnson. Wide open look. Adams' shot is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to...
7 seconds left in the fourth. The natural. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them points in bunches, and when they needed them. It's not always about how much you get, but when you get those points up on the board.
His play tonight, Ernie, was finally a bright spot for them because, you know, they had a very rough stretch of games. It's been a while since their last win, and he was not content on playing a supporting role and letting them lose another one. He came on strong, took over, and put an end to the losing streak.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.